Everybody. Oh, I haven't gone live in a minute. It's been a minute before I go live, and it's getting live and it's getting hot in Florida. I might be joined by somebody who inspired me to I was talking and I was like, "Oh, I got to say this. I got to say this. Hold on, where's there? I think that's my person right there. Okay, you're here. Nail, thank you for
Remember, my network is bad. Hopefully, it lasts.
no, it'll last. It'll last for the time that we have. I was just telling everybody that you inspired me because I was talking about why people need they need a team and why they need a service. Like you don't know one successful person who did it by themselves. I don't mean somebody who's rich or not rich. I mean somebody successful, great, who has built something that you want to build. And I was telling Nail Tabby in South Africa, but from Limpopo, I was telling her how people need our CPRFIRM.com services because you have to have a team for the things you don't see. Somebody has to have your back. Somebody has to be able to see what you can't see when you get into your own way. Nail, how many superstars do you know? And she knows a lot of them. That everybody is telling them yes, and they don't ever tell them no. How many? I mean, people like that, yeah.
That's true, Lord. And did you see? Can you hear me now?
I hear you now. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm saying a lot of these celebrities they get to have a lot of followers, which are their yes and time.
I'm back. I God willing, I'll be here. Um,
Okay, first.
yes, but I was telling her you got to have a team to make the dream come true. You don't know one successful person who doesn't have somebody, and if everybody is telling you yes, yes, you're the greatest, you're this, you're that, like just because you can throw a ball fast, or just because you can save a life, or just because whatever you do that has made you, the money that you made and it allows you to feed not just your family, but other families. It doesn't mean you know how to work money. It doesn't mean you see my hat, especially if you're in the States, but even if you're not, like BTSAX and chill is a real thing where people are relaxing. People are, thank you, Renelle Way, for that, for saying that if you're still there. Oh, wait, I'm gonna try to bring Renelle way up. Hey, Robin, how are you doing, Sabana?
Hello, hello. How are you?
Blessed. You're fresh off the island. Oh, I can't wait to see it on Netflix.
Oh my gosh, it's I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
Oh, I'm waiting. So if you guys don't know, Robin Renelle Way, also from Limpopo. What a coincidence! I have two ladies from Limpopo. She had just. I don't even know if I can talk about your TV show yet. So let me shut up. I got inside. Yeah, I don't even talk about it. Okay, sorry. She's also on Disney, so she's on the AD&C as well. But no, I was going over. I was talking to Nail about just success and why you need a team, whoever it is, to help you because money will make you feel like you're smarter than you are, more talented than you are, and you'll go crazy and end up broke. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, that is so true. That is so true. I think you need a team that is like trustworthy and also knowledgeable in what they're doing. You can't just hire like random people because people always rob their talents, you know? So you also need like a trustworthy team and it's so hard to get, especially in Africa. So when you have someone that has your back, like your company has my back, um, you don't want to take that for granted.
You don't, but at the same time, the creative in you always has you moving way too fast. So it's a real relationship where you have to train your mind to say, hold on, great opportunity. Let me make sure somewhere in this paperwork or down the line, I don't get robbed. Because you know what we say behind the scenes? we say it's like the talent wants to get robbed because they make these moves and these decisions without getting proper, like we didn't even have a meeting about this. And you and I have talked about that even with your agent. We talked about that. I'm not gonna say too much because I'm sure they were pissed off when they heard about you being on TV getting to work, huh? Yeah. I wish they joined so we could talk. Tell them I want to interview them. I think it's a guy. I'm not sure, but
It's a guy, yes.
yeah, I want to interview him. Tell him I want him on my podcast so we can talk all about you. And I'm gonna dog you because I didn't think that was right at all. And I told you contact him. Really. I hope you share whatever you got from him. I hope you share. Um. And here comes Nail Tabby. And if these ladies take it over, y'all, I don't have to talk because these ladies are in the business in South Africa. Oh, I brought your sister from Limpopo came on.
I wanna scream because I see Berry Gal in the house. How are you, sis?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry, Kellen. I know you were in the middle of something. Go ahead. I just want to congratulate her after this.
Oh,
I, I was talking about the show she can't even talk about yet, so I am done talking about that. But you're talking to Renelwe because we hear her baby boy in the background. He's gonna be a star himself because he wants attention from known him what since he was 1 or 2.
yeah. You know him. You know him very well. He like lights. He's so weird. So weird. Yeah, no, the show actually airs, I'm thinking, towards the end of the year because there's just a lot of editing happening and a lot of episodes that they have to get through, a lot of conversation that they have to sit through and edit and patch. So yeah, we're looking at like a 12-month turnover.
And I was looking forward. I'm looking forward. I thought you were going to tell us the name or something where we could say, remind me when it comes on.
Yeah. Right. But no, we're looking towards to it, girl. We know you killed it. We were not there, but we know you killed it.
I went crazy. That's what you. I went crazy. I am seeing a psychologist. I actually saw a psychologist last week. Yeah, no, I went crazy. I lost my shit.
Okay, and don't know me son is asking what show is it, and I'm saying it'll be on Netflix, but we can't even say because we would be violating some type of secrecy. So sorry, just watch Netflix.
The friends, it's Sunny. It's my friend Sunny. We used to co-host together a show that was supposed to air on Max. I don't know what happened to the show. So he's my co-host. He does teaching as well, creative and dramatic art. He also got me, into the passion of teaching and doing dramatic art and actually furthering my studies as well. So yeah, he was on ENCA as well, discussing the arts and how the arts are taken for granted in South Africa, and now we just need to start at the bottom in order for the industry to grow in South Africa and to be taken seriously by the government. It needs to start at the bottom, and it starts at school. We need to take this arts industry or the art subjects very seriously. So he was on ENCA, just speaking on that and advocating for the industry and championing for the dramatic art or the art faculty in education.
And he was on the news. He said, I want you ladies to
on
tell.
ENCA, yeah.
I want you ladies, since you're both from Limpopo, and most people don't go to Limpopo that travel to South Africa. But can you tell the people, now we're going to make it like an interview. This is Diversified Game, killing Kash all day. Can you tell the people growing up in Limpopo, and I know both of you come from privileged backgrounds, but that doesn't mean anything. Ask Paris Hilton. You could have your 15 minutes and it's done. When you both, and talk amongst yourself too, what was it like to have this dream now? Like, could you ever imagine that you would be on TV or making TV? Because one is in front of the camera and Nail Tabby is in front of the camera sometimes, but she does more behind the scenes than ever. I keep telling her she should do both and push, but Talk about that. I'm going to be quiet. I might even mute myself.
Oh man, the privilege is. I mean, I feel like when you're from Limpopo, ne, you don't really dream big because oh my gosh, my son just switched off the lights. Can you hear him? He wants to sleep. Let me switch them back on and stand behind it. So I was saying that when you're from Limpopo, you don't feel like you deserve, not deserve, but you feel so out of reach with the industry. Number one, geographically, um, you're far away. We're like 3 hours, 4 hours away from Johannesburg. So already the dream feels far away. There is no established entertainment industry in Limpopo. There are now artists coming up like Abu Shereshir Shandesh, and then the Lukompo community that's coming up and is making waves, you understand? So, but in Limpopo itself, there is no established industry the way KZN is. You see how KZN, they have Abu Tiza and them, and Joburg actually recognizes them and praises them. And then Limpopo artists are just like, people just, they forget that we're people. I mean,
They get
because we don't
very underrated.
Yes, yes, it is. It is. So I just feel like the dream is not easily realized when you're from Limpopo as compared to other provinces outside the Johannesburg. Uh,
Okay. Nail, do you agree with that, or is it being behind the scenes? Do you think maybe it was a little easier because there were things maybe you could do in local news or something, or when you got to Joburg, maybe you had a different connection?
To be honest, I always wanted to. In the beginning, I wanted when I was in high school, I wanted to be on TV, front of the camera. And I remember one thing that my mom said to me is like, "Have you ever seen somebody making wealth out of being on TV?" And I was like, "Mommy, what do you mean?" It's like, "No, I'm just asking. If you really want to make wealth, do you think being in entertainment industry will help you, or is it just gonna like literally delay you to get where you wanna go?" And I believed her. And then when I came this side in Gauteng, I studied something different, IT, because in my mind I'm like in information technology and computer science, I'm gonna make money. Uh, that will literally help me, build legacy. But if I'm in entertainment, definitely I'm just gonna make a living, and that's it. But later on, I realized that that was a lie. That's when I decided to say, okay, in front of the camera, maybe the money is not that good. I'm going to do the production. And in the production, I realized then, okay, yes, there are more opportunities in front of the camera. The opportunities might be there, but they might be rare. So I would say my upbringing did affect my perspective when it comes to entertainment industry. Because as much as now I do the behind, but I'm still falling so much back into in front. I get to be in front of the camera, but I'm so much into the behind because I'm looking at where the bag is at. And I think there was a time where when you were in South Africa, when I interviewed you, and we had a conversation where we were like, literally, there's more money in behind the camera because behind the camera, you guys are in control of so many things. When the show finishes, for example, Robin just came from doing a show as a talent. She's now literally, looking at what else can I do. But the post production people, the behind the scenes people, they are they doing the post production, meaning they still getting paid continually until the product is finished. You said until I think you said it airing in December somewhere there. So they're gonna be making money through the year while the talent is like on pause. So I realized that yes, you can do both, but this the other side where you make the front of the TV, you make a lot of money faster, but that money, there's lack of stability in it. But behind the scenes, there's so much of stability. Is where the comfort is at. But to be honest, I mean, it depends on what your talent is. Because you'll see behind the scenes trying to bury your dream, but yeah, if you call to serve the papers like Robin, how she's literally called to be in front of the camera, she can't hide behind the scenes. It's not gonna fulfill her.
Do they? No, it's not. I love South Africa. It was my first country 20 plus years ago. You know how much I love South Africa? I was talking to Nell Tabby just in the car, and I said, I gotta go because I gotta, do this live, what we were talking about. and I'm just wearing what I'm wearing. But this is how much I love South Africa. I'm I got my South African socks. I can tell you from Sabona to Fiona,
Robert.
what yeah, I'm repping, right? Um, do they treat you different because you're from Limpopo? Like people from LA, sometimes people think they have it easier. Or if you're from New York, the bigger city. If you're from a smaller city, do they try to treat you like we'll say in French, you're villageois? Like, do they try to treat you like, oh, what do you know about entertainment? You guys are from Limpopo.
Yeah, I think yeah,
Go ahead. I'll follow you, sis.
yeah, no, no. I think there is that treatment that I'm seeing it more on Twitter. I haven't like experienced it in the industry per se of or witnessed someone from Limpopo getting mistreated or treated a different way. But on Twitter, I do see the divide when they are addressing Limpopo artists as compared to KZN or Cape Town artists or Joburg artists even. So yeah, no, there is that improper ill treatment. I think Limpopo artists are not given grace and they're quick to celebrate their downfall. I feel like they're not celebrated enough. I think most of these artists, besides their music, they trend for their downfall. I mean, look at Teresut, for example. Look at Makadi. Makadi was in an accident, but no one talks about Makadi's one woman show in Peter Mokaba in Polokwane that shut down the entire Polokwane stadium that actually had more numbers than the Pirates game, Pirates and Kukude game. Like no one speaks about that, but she got into an accident and everybody's just like, it must be rituals. It must be that. Like we I think Limpopo has been given a bad name. There's just a red tape around Limpopo. In order for Limpopians to succeed, you must come in small percentages. Whereas Cape Townians can flood the industry. KZN even can flood the industry. I see somewhat Yam. Oh, my friend says to chip in, I've always said it's cool to be in front to build a brand so that when you go behind the camera, you have a leg to stand on, just like Cody Ferguson. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree with her. Actually, Sunny, what you're saying is it's. Oh, I was trying to type and thing at the same time, but realized I had much. It does like kill it. Sunny, I'll literally respond to what you just read of your comment. That is true. I think killing it was you who actually was motivating this thing of having to build your personal brand. That it becomes easy then for you to, for example, I'm running a production house to now back up my production house because of the personal brand. Yeah, I think it's who did emphasize on the importance of building your personal brand, and it helps your company or whatever entity that you got going on to really go faster. So I agree with you, Sunny. Yo, Limpopo has the talent, as Robin was saying. It has like incredible talent, but yes, we've been so underrated as a province for what reasons I don't know. And I come from a district, Kukune district, where like our king was killed by potato, blah blah blah. And the story behind it is funny that every time when you say you're from Kukune, people make fun of it, and and then I'll say yes, a lot of our people in Limpopo, the incredible artists that we have, they are not taken serious. But I think in recently people has realized that South Africa, not South Africa, Limpopo has a great talent that is undeniable to ignore. Especially with the Lugombo team that came, they literally came and bring that force and back up artists like Abu Makas that have been doing it, and but people were realizing their success, but they were still trying to, not give them that whatever position or that recognition that they deserve. But I will say personally, I did not I did in the beginning of my career when I was still an intern. But I remember I crashed it in the same time. I did not understand why would you think I'm different from the other people. We in Gauteng now. You can't now in Gauteng. I left my province to not that I'm in denial of it, but I don't want you to try to tell me you're from Limpopo, you're not capable of this. No, the fact that we're in this company together, it means we all deserve to be here. I remember I crashed it in the beginning, but I mean, it's still in your mind, but throughout my career, like, I don't see it happening, but I like to believe that it happens to some other people. Now there's a mentality because of our leadership. Need because Cyril Ramaphosa is the president of South Africa and he's from Limpopo, and you have people like Abo Etupo, Silo, oh my God, Julius Malema being from. I think we're having such a great leaders that are coming out of Limpopo that is now shutting a lot of people's mouths. That thing of like, Limpopians do nothing, this is a job, it's not longer happening. They will tell you Limpopo people are wise, they clever, they got plans. And I think we do have bigger plans. So
I mean, you guys have bigger plans, but when you talk about small, which I've seen, just some of you at least the ladies, you're small people. Um, and I think sometimes, small people get overlooked depending. But with the minerals and the mining that's getting done, Limpopo might be the next Hollywood where everybody's gonna start saying, "I'm from Limpopo." I'd love and challenge you ladies to saying, who would put something together for the talent coming out of Limpopo so we all could buy a big house like Robin has. Uh, now in Limpopo. Because I want one of those too, and I have it in Limpopo. Can we challenge ourselves? Let's put something together, whether it's monthly, quarterly, to find the artist, and even if it's just sharing their stuff to the right people to see if they can get a deal. And those could be possibly business partners somewhere down the line or mentees, something. Is it that much talent where you guys could say we're going to help our people?
I mean, funny enough, I don't even know if they say you don't say things well, there's still babies. Um, for some funny reason, like I'm from Limpopo, and I'm gonna be honest, ne? I love my province. Like Limpopo is a very beautiful province, and there's so much even in tourism that you can do in Limpopo. And people in Limpopo, they build like Renato. In the Tanzania, we laugh. Yo, and when we build big. I mean, I'm still building my own, but I know in Limpopo, people build big. And when I say big, I mean big or go home. I think the standard temple is go big or go home. Have you seen Venda? Have you seen Venda? That village, it's only double stories only. There is no, it's double stories, it's big yards, it's big cars, like everything is so extravagant with Limpopo. In Limpopo, you cannot be middle. It's either you are huge or you are small. There is no, or you're not doing anything at all. Or you're not doing anything at all. And yes, so our province has potential. I don't know what is it about people around South Africa that always underestimate us. I don't know what it is. We are not taken seriously in anything. Yeah. I think they can round.
Well, let's come together. Let's come together, and whether it's websites, groups, and these things might already exist, but to keep pushing it. Or Renelle, when you do a story, trying to tie that in to put some shine to it. Because one thing I know in the West, people are scared, especially folks who come here, but people are tired no matter what you look like. And they're looking for places that they can take their money and just live in peace and not be judged. That's if you're a Malungu, if you are a Chinaman, if you are a black person. People are like, I'm tired of the rat race at some point. In Limpopo, is it a place where everybody would be welcomed? Or are they going to look at you like gangbangers or FBA, which I'm born in Oakland, California. So when you guys see this on YouTube, don't say nothing to me because that come with a phone. But when they see, when they want to bang and say, I'm this and I'm that, will they be welcomed, or will it be, some gang stuff of you ain't from here?
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna speak on where I come from and other parts of the villages surrounding Polokwane. I don't know other districts. There's different districts. There's Capricorn, there's Mopani, there's Vembe, different districts, and each district has a government and a chief policy where chiefs are responsible for giving land and everything. But for now, I think from where I come from, the land is reserved for people that reside there. So you can't be from another province like Gauteng and say, hey, I want land. I'm Zulu and I want land. No, maybe you can get land through your aunt that is married to someone that lives in the village. So it always comes with connection because there's just some, like a lot of executive orders that need to be put in place. You know, local government plays a role, the chiefs play a role, there's meetings, there's all of that. So you need connections. The land is there. Trust me, I've seen Chinese illegally mining in our lands for titanium and other minerals, other ore minerals. I've seen it live. And my village, unfortunately, is plagued with that, where illegal Chinese people are mining there illegally and they are giving a certain portion to an acting chief who's not officially seated or officially ordained as the chief. So there's a lot of discrepancies happening there. So yeah, we need a lot of connections, and especially when it comes to having land in villages. I don't know about cities or other, yes, how the city works. It's a different governance altogether. So I don't know how the cities work, but I can speak on behalf of villages and say there's a lot of executive orders that need to be put in place before someone, and let alone an outsider from South Africa, can get land.
Yeah. I think on our side, I do know it's still the same, where traditional leaders are the ones that have power to give or to offer the land. You literally have to go through them also on our side. But nice thing is, so on our side, I kind of do have access to that in case it's something that we have to do. At least there's access on our side, um, uh, on my side, to be able to just kind of communicate with traditional leaders if need be about the land and all stuff. I know this because I know my granny did have own some few lands, and then I remember I was hearing that some of them my uncle got to sell and whatever. So I think some other lands or some part of the lands are still you can still be able to get access to them if you know the right people that are selling, or the right people that know, you know, the raya house or the traditional leaders that can be able to grant that access. So it's doable. And then you said something, Kirin, about what is it that we can do. I mean, especially in the entertainment industry, that's what I would touch base on. I was in Limpopo in December, and what happened is they said, "Oh my God, what's the name of that party?" There's a certain parties that happen in December that some I know some of them, they are done by, you know, ANC political leaders, I'll say, and then they're like now big things, especially in our side, but Queen side, and then everybody in the land was so excited to go, and the tickets were expensive. But on that day, the roads were full. Everybody, people that did not have tickets, they were frustrated to say, that last minute of thing, like, where can we get the tickets? Even if it's double the price, we'll buy it. And I realized how people are so longing to literally just come out and go play with another kids. So that gives more opportunity to the South African, not South African. Why I keep on generating to the Limpopo artists to even get be seen and be celebrated in their own provinces, and also bring these other people from different provinces that are literally looking down on them to come and see Limpopo. I think that would be a nice way.
Is there a Limpopo YouTube channel that just plays the music, or a radio station, or something like that?
There are a lot of YouTube as well.
Shout them out. Shout them out so people know where to go. Because some people might hear this and say, I don't know, where do I find that?
I mean, in terms of music, I know Capricorn FM, I know Tovela FM, Tef Radio. There's quite a lot I'm thinking. And like there's a lot that comes to mind. Um, Power F, is it Power or yeah, Energy FM.
Energy FM, yeah.
I know.
It's Ikela Kwala. Is it Likola Kwala? Ikola Kwala, the vendor one? Ikola Kwala.
Oh, Palapala.
Palapala, yes. Palapala, sorry.
Palapala FM. There's the Mokopani one, the community radio in Mokopani. I forgot what it's called. I think it's Mokopani Radio.
You're kidding me. I'll have to Google them. I don't think that's. But yeah.
But so far, these are like the main ones that are connected to the mainstream. But I know they play a lot of Limpopo music and, celebrate the culture, events, and everything.
And I say that because you guys saw the video. I know Lenient did it on the African diaspora, talking about like Tyler, that's not Afro beats. And people get into, remember last year was Beyonce wasn't country. And I'm telling you, a white Igbo boy is gonna come with Afro beats next year, and he's gonna be, hey baby, I see you. I see you. You're ready for the big screen. Hey.
Bye.
But what do you guys think about that, since she's from South Africa? She won Afro beats. What do y'all think about the whole like genre thing in South Africa? That territorial xenophobic. Should she have got the award? What are y'all opinions?
My opinion about Tyler, one thing about Tyler is she jumps into different genres, or even the artist. I mean, she has a lot of features with, I don't know which one in particular were they commenting on, number one, but I would defend her for one reason. She has a lot of features with Afrobeat artists that are literally deep Afrobeat. So I don't know which song Killing in particular were they talking about, but
I don't know. I think it was Cadillac or something with the C. I'm not really sure about that. But Renelwe might know. Renelwe made a face like she might say, she's like, Kellen, this is gonna be my next story. Yeah, you're ruining.
please help us.
No, but you know what? I don't know a song in particular. I'm thinking Chanel. I was thinking Chanel because it was the one that is like,
That was it. That was it. Yeah, that was it.
can I just say, it was not Chanel.
I'm saying I don't. That's not Afrobeat.
That's what the argument is, that it was pop. And so that they just put her in every category, maybe for her to win something, maybe. But the Grammys is known for that. But that's what the argument was, that it's not Afro beats. I haven't heard the song, so I don't know.
You know what? I think since Tyler moved that side, she has adopted the Afrobeats genre and culture because it's predominantly been recognized in America as the African genre. In America, when they speak about an African genre, they always speak about Afrobeats or Nigeria, something Nigerian. It's never to include other countries. And when Amapiano became like a sensational hit and everything, that was known as, oh, this is from South Africa. That like people started speaking about that, and genre Tyler leaned into that. But I feel like the more she became mainstream and the more she became popular, she kind of like cascaded back or rescinded back to the Afrobeat genre because that is what America recognizes, and she kind of like closed the Amapiano doors for us. Because she kind of like abandoned it. That's why they keep putting her in that category, because it does sound like Afrobeats, like the things that she does lately. It's either American pop, like your mainstream pop, or Afrobeat, and which is unfair because.
Sorry, go ahead. I'll say it after.
Which is unfair because they are like real Nigerian artists that pioneered this genre that deserve the honor and to be celebrated in the caliber that she's been celebrated. I just feel like she's just put there, like Kellen said, to just win something. They just want people to talk. They want the African continent to talk.
Not just Nigerians, because as a proud Sierra Leonean and Cameroonian and everything else, since we were shipped and bought, I claim it all because we were just product at the end of the day. It's everybody, but I'm looking at this song and I can only play a clip. So when this goes on YouTube,
It's Afro pop, right? It's not.
that that's not Afro, but we can, I don't want to hate on her, but you guys saw her Breakfast Club interview. I think she gets a lot of hate because of that here in America. And that's just bad handling. She needed proper management from CPRFIRM.com. That's a whole nother thing. But well, you were gonna say something. Well, after Renelle Way, I can cut it in. Go ahead, please.
Oh my god. That's I don't know what to say, but that's for sure. Listen, like, no, that's like a blend of amapiano. I'll say some contemporary in it and Afro pop. If they were saying she's winning it for Afro pop as an Afro pop genre, but not Afrobeat. I mean, it's very upbeat. It's very upbeat, but it's not Afrobeat. I love Afrobeat. Oh no! I love. Sorry, I'm literally now stepping on myself. This is Afro pop, killing. That's Afro pop. Or if they were saying Amapiano with some blend of contemporary, yes, I get it. But Afrobeat, how? How say? Like, God forbid, no.
I agree. And Bubbles
We
had
can
wants the conversation. Bubbles Beauty. She needs to be in South Africa. Meet you ladies. Expand her business. I just wanted to throw that out there when I see people that I know their business and that it's good business. But so that is that. But could we? And again, Nail, you and I have talked about this extensively. I'd love to get a tour of some sort to Limpopo. I'd love to get clients to come check out Limpopo, even though they might not be able to get, the real estate without the king's approval. What other things are out there? Can we get on some legal mining? Are there other opportunities or things that if somebody has a $10,000 right now and they want to invest it to see any tips or tricks so I can send them to you? Because I don't know. And people ask me all the time, how do I invest in South Africa?
in South Africa or in Limpopo or just South Africa as a whole.
Well, South Africa, but like Renelwe said, anything that sounds somewhat African, they're going to say is Afrobeat. So many Americans don't know the difference. We don't know geography like that. Everything, you say Seychelles and they'll be like, oh yeah, I was there. It was close to, Joburg and Cape Town at the same time. So anywhere like investment ideas that even if it's education or healthcare, or people can say, look, I want to put some money towards that. If y'all know anybody are willing to hold somebody's hand as consultants, and that's paid consultants. So you're not doing this for free. Let it be known now, because these are the gold mines that people overlook just because they don't know they exist. I remember going to Soweto and people saying you'll get killed in Soweto 20 years ago with a camera. And I'm like, no, you won't. But people might even be scared to venture out of Durban, Joburg, and Cape Town with the white people.
I mean, investing in South Africa, sure. I will say number one, there is certain parts of South, like Gauteng. Gauteng, you can literally buy legal land. At times you even buy from municipality. It's arrangement with the municipality. You go, they will literally show you where, I forgot what you call those people that, uh, it's not land analyst that can literally tell you what is the availability of the land and which side of the town. Um, for example, I have a friend of mine. I think you do know Jeremy, who is looking for a land in the coast. He's been literally touring around and wherever where let me say when he's going to Durban, and then we know like a realtor there, we're able to make sure that we connect him to the realtor, and then that realtor literally will help. At times is the municipality thing where you have to go through the municipality, but you get to have like access to when it comes to investing into land, and there is land available in South Africa that you can literally get to buy. And if you go to the rurals and the townships, that's where you get to have to talk to traditional leaders, or at times also some other communities, or some other what you call villages or townships. You can talk to the municipality, or if you find a realtor, it's always a good idea, because there's also a lot of houses that are being on sale. I literally, and can I tell you something even funny right now, Keelan? There's a lot of, I'm sure this is not gonna come across bad, but I realize a lot of white white folks that are older from 60 upwards, most of them that are staying in Johannesburg, they're selling their houses. Like I literally have like 3 people that I know that they're and then I remember I was asking them, is it because ever since the Trump thing, where Trump said a lot of people can come to, especially white people can come to the US. I'm not lying to you. A lot of white people are selling their land, not their land, but their properties for some reason, and their reason is we are now like older, and it's no longer these big houses are no longer saving the purpose of us staying in them, because maybe now it's only me and my husband. That's what they literally will say, or that's just my wife and I, and it's this house is no longer of use because we no longer have like children, grandchildren hardly come visit if we have something small. So there is access to properties, there is access to land, and definitely that's what comes into mind now. And even to farming, there's a lot of access to farming. There's a lot of white people that are selling farms, and even blacks, because I know my granny not so long they were selling some of one of her farms for whatever family reason that they had. So there is access, farming, land, even properties. That's what comes into mind now when it comes to investment in South Africa, and also getting the right people to help you with the processes. Um, um,
Okay. Well, I'm going to not because I'm bored of the conversation, but because when I get on the road, I don't want it to cut and you ladies say, "Hey, what happened?" We have given you a Limpopo 101. If you wanted the tea, we gave you the tea. Yes.
Can you mention that unplanned, but we enjoyed it.
And Renelle, when your show's about to come out, we'll do a part 2 and even more, because when Your Crazy comes out, I'm highlighting it to everybody. I've told you were crazy from the beginning, and so I'm gonna highlight that crazy, and you can thank me later.
We love you as crazy as you are, Lily. You must always say.
Yes, that's her. She comes fully herself. We allow her to be herself. And if you don't be around her. So I can't wait to see. Like, can you imagine people out there? This person is like 5'3", 5'4" at best. And they're gonna be feisty fighting on this island. Like, I need to be a promoter on this show. Like this, what are you gonna do with that little hand? Where my like okay. So again, I don't want it to cut off, but when I go through these backwoods, sometimes it cuts. So ladies, I thank you for being part of this impromptu thing. We are gonna chat till later. You can always call me. Appreciate you both.
Good morning, Kellen. Really nice to see you, gorgeous.
Nice to see you. Happy New Year.
Please, ciao.
Are you a successful entrepreneur or one in training? You've got the vision, but do you have the right partner to build your brand, your team, and your future online and off? At CPRFIRM.com, we offer expert consulting, financial guidance, and life coaching because we believe in doing life with our clients. After all, what is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Founded by Kellen Kash Coleman, we help our clients not only succeed, but plan to retire rich. Your business deserves the best. Start building your legacy today at CPRFIRM.com.
You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt? Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Hello, everyone. Join us on an exciting journey with Explore the World Cameroon. London and Sydney will take you explore Cameroon, the heart of Africa. Experience the vibrant culture, nature, and traditions from Yaoundé market to rainforest adventures. Every page a new discovery. Join the Cameroonian food, music, and wildlife with our explorers. Use a true celebration of Cameroon spirit. Get your copy now. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Single Library and bookstores. They are in Grams Park. Don't miss this adventure.